let's not just be a homebrew club, and we started swinging. And so anybody catch that?
Hey everybody, it's Andy from Wild World of Beer. We're here at the Southern California Homebrewers Festival down in Temecula, California. Festival is just getting started right now. There are over 30 homebrew clubs, probably close to 350 or 400 beers on tap. I've got an empty glass, so it's time to go fill it up with some beer and find out what's happening.
So this is for Chrissy. Unfortunately, she's been diagnosed with breast cancer.
Oh, okay.
So we're doing a little tribute to her. Her and her sister had to miss this year, but they come to the last State Beer Fest. So we want to just do a little tribute to her. And we're calling this Hugs for the Cure.
Awesome.
So we'll have people hug the bear and help find the cure.
All right. All right, I'm here now with Bruce, who is the chairman of the California Homebrewers Association. How's the festival going so far, Bruce?
You know, it's been very nice. It's been mellow. From what I can tell, all the homebrewers are really having a good time. We've got a lot of food vendors here, all kinds of beer, excellent educational presentations on stage. It's been a festival, lots of things to do.
Absolutely. And you've been involved with the CHA for a long time. Can you talk about how the festival has evolved over the years and changed?
Well, yeah, the first festival happened early in 1991 in the backyard, basically, of a winery not far from here in Temecula, the Salurza Winery. We were there for 5 years, and at that point we were attracting about 500 people, so we were outgrowing that facility. We moved the festival to Lake Skinner, and eventually outgrew that. We were there for maybe 8-9 years. So we've moved it around wherever we've had the capacity for all the people who attend. And since we heavily discourage day use, we really want people to come and stay and camp. It's kind of like our version of beer camp in a way. And so we need like 400 campsites for all the clubs that participate now. I think we have 35 clubs pouring their beer this year, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, and there's actually almost probably now as many beers as you probably had at the first, as attendees as you had at the first festivals.
That could be, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for having us, and let's go drink some more beer.
Enjoy the festival. It's a good thing.
And the winner this year with his excellent Schwartz beer is Jerry Pine from Thousand Note. And they're over here somewhere. Yeah, please stop by and give it a try. It was a very nice beer.
All right, I'm here now with Jerry from the Toked Brewing Club. And Jerry, I understand your beer was selected as the winning beer for the bragging rights only competition.
That's correct. Yes.
So it was a Schwartz beer. What's the name of the beer?
No name, just Schwartz beer.
It's just Schwartz beer. All right, keep it simple.
We didn't come up with a name. Sorry. Yeah.
Talk about your recipe. How'd you come up with the recipe? Is this the first time you've made a Schwartz beer?
No, it's maybe the 4th or 5th time. And so I tried different recipes, and it didn't quite come out the way I wanted. So
what's the secret to this one? What made it different?
What made it different? I think the most unique thing I did is that I didn't mash the dark grains.
Okay.
I put them in the Vorloff, which keeps the bitterness down. It still tastes malty, but it's not a really harsh bitterness. And a lager shouldn't be overpowered by a malty bitterness.
Exactly.
So maybe that was the only secret, right?
Awesome. Well, I had some earlier before the keg kicked, and it was actually a great beer. And so cheers.
Okay, thank you.
Warm Festival. Welcome to Dylan Mobley.
I got my start just like all you guys homebrewing. Went to Siebel Institute, did their Master Brewer program. Title of the talk is Brewing for the Barrel. Kind of what we do is we start with a concept, You know, whether that be a name, and then the name inspires what ingredients we use.
I feel a little underdressed today because I don't have a pretzel necklace, a beer hammock, or a kilt.
All right, I'm here at the Maltose Falcons booth with Kevin. This is obviously my club. And Kevin, you are famous for this coffee beer. Tell me what's going on.
Well, it's a sweet stout recipe that has lactose in it, and we put it through Dutch chocolate flavored coffee beans, so it's called a coffee bean Randall. And this year, the particular beans that are on there now have been soaking in bourbon for 5 months. So these are actually a bourbon flavored coffee bean, and then we're running the sweet stout through that.
Awesome. Well, I need a little pick-me-up and probably a little hair of the dog. Can you pour me a small glass? Awesome. Thanks, Kevin.
You got it.
And I'm happy to introduce from brewlosophy.com, Marshall Schott.
Thank you for having me here. We get to talk about nerdy stuff today. Brewing beer is science, right? And so because of that, for me, it was as a natural kind of pathway to experimenting, because I've always experimented, whether that's, you know, serving my brother super hot sauce next to ketchup and seeing if he can tell the difference or whatever it might be. Little secret, I wasn't supposed to be up here. My guy who was supposed to do this talk for me forgot his ID and they won't let him in.
I first met this guy probably about 20 years ago. Please give a warm festival welcome to Drew Beecham.
Let's have some fun. I know this is going to be a completely ironic topic to talk about today on Homebrew Appreciation Day of the wackiness that homebrewers can do, right? This is my jalapeno pepper, twice double hop, 3/4 barrel aged Russian Imperial Stout with 3 versions of Brettanomyces and some lactobacillus in it. I'm fairly certain that's at 2 moves.
I'm Reeves Borland. We're here at the Strand Brewers Club booth at 2017 Southern California Homebrews Festival. This is actually a 6-year-old Solera dark sour barrel project. We all got together and brewed a similar recipe that was a Belgian dark strong ale in 5 and 10 gallon increments, and we put it into a 55-gallon Cabernet wine barrel.
Where did you guys source the barrel from?
The barrel was actually from a winery in LA called San Antonio Winery. So one of the guys in the club, his neighbor, actually worked for the winery. He was like, "Oh, would your club have any use for a wine barrel?" He's like, "Sure, yeah." So
why not?
Yeah, we took the advantage. We got it for free, and since then we've been taking it a little bit at a time, 5 or 10 gallons, and kegging it, and then we'll try to top it off with some fresh beer of the same recipe. So some people like to call that the Solera style, similar to a method they use for making sherry, I believe.
Sherry and ports,
yeah,
I think.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've been doing that. I think this is the 6th year we brought it to the fest.
It's like truly a club beer because
it's a club beer, right, yeah.
Everybody in the club has like had a hand in.
Yeah, it's a fun, really collaborative beer, and it's probably bring it next year until it starts declining. Maybe we'll have to cut it off at some point. But when it was fresher, you got some of that Cabernet character from the barrel. But since it's kind of been diluted, that's kind of gone away a little bit. But it's got this really just healthy mix of microbes still going away at it, and I think it's a nice,
awesome
interesting beer.
Well, thanks for bringing it and sharing it, and cheers.
And happy fest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm here now with Rob from the Ojai Beer Barons. How's the festival going for you, Rob?
Awesome. It's literally my favorite day of the year every year.
That's awesome. So tell me, you just poured me a beer. It looks like it's going to be some kind of a dark lager. What is it?
Yeah, it's a Schwartz beer. That was the bragging rights only competition style that they chose. Our club members, Charlie and Tara, brewed it. I think it's delicious. But yeah,
it's actually really nice.
Thank you. I'll let them know you said so.
We actually brewed our own Schwartz beer a couple months ago, and it actually reminds me a lot of it. It's got like a nice roasty character, but it's not like sharp. Like and the stout and the fermentation character, it's really clean, so there's no fruitiness. It's a well done beer. And so tell me a little bit about the Ojai Beer Barons, like how many members you guys have, and
we have about like 10 people that actually brew, but then there's a whole lot of auxiliary members that just show up to drink and hang out, and God bless them for it.
You know, actually, I find that's a good thing because sometimes I brew a lot of beer and I can't always get rid of it as fast as I want.
There you go.
So it helps to have those people that are willing to drink your beer.
There you go, yep. We definitely had more members when the event was up at Lake Casitas, but it took the real diehards that actually make the trip now, because I think it's like a 3.5-hour drive. But again, I love it. Like, I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. Well, we're happy to be here too, and go get yourself a beer.
Hell yeah, appreciate it.
Cheers.
Good to meet you.
1, 2.